the Coyote Twin, Vermilion's downtown theater. Providing entertainment Thursdays through Sundays.
Tonight we go to the esports arena for an event that featured the University Police.
We'll have that and more coming up. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Welcome to Coyote News. I'm Sydney Colin.
And I'm Marissa Brunkhorst. We'll get to that story in a moment, but first, temperatures will be dropping into the low 50s this weekend. Vermilion was under a tornado watch yesterday as a system passed through. The National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for northwestern Iowa. Severe thunderstorms hit the entire region, including Vermilion, which wasn't affected by the tornado. Both severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings mean that flying debris can be dangerous to those without shelter. Mobile homes can be damaged or destroyed.
Dakotathon's day of event kicks off this weekend. This year's theme is the Olympics. Children from surrounding hospitals attend Dakotathon, and this year, local band Lila's Rose will be performing with one of the kids. The goal is to raise funds for the Children's Miracle Network and the Sanford Children's Hospital in Sioux Falls. Last year, Dakotathon raised over $100,000. Dakotathon Vice President Ella Whitmus says planning for the event began last summer.
You get to actually meet the kids and make a personal connection with them and hear from them and learn about their stories. And so I thought it was just a great way to actually see the difference you're making.
The Big Dakotathon Dance Marathon begins Saturday morning at 9 in the Sanford Coyote Sports Center.
Misconceptions about sexual assault are just part of the reasons April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. The goal is to raise awareness about sexual violence and educate communities on how to prevent it. This includes addressing myths. The Awareness Month reminds people that this is a relevant issue impacting all genders. Next Wednesday is Denim Day, a day dedicated to wearing denim to make a social statement against sexual violence and victim blaming. Denim Day originated from a sexual assault case in Italy in which a judge blamed the victim because she was wearing jeans. Awareness Month advocates say the movement is not only educating people, but also supporting survivors.
UPD recently received a new emotional support therapy dog. Griffin is a 7-month-old corgi that weighs 19 pounds. Thanks to donors, UPD was able to raise $1,700 to support Griffin's training and implementation. Beyond his duties with UPD, Griffin will help with community outreach events and various student programming initiatives. Therapy canines can provide numerous benefits to victims of crime, including comfort and support. Gaming isn't just a hobby for kids and students. Some adults like to get in on the fun too. UPD and esports got together earlier this week for a collaborative event. Bros and Five-O's has been held in the esports arena over the past 3 years. Patrol Sergeant Austin Campbell says the event sheds a light on the importance of community interaction.
A lot of people only have negative interactions with police officers. So us having this platform to actually play games and humanize ourselves is really important.
Students and officers had the chance to have fun and compete against each other in both console and PC games. Yesterday, UPD also hosted Pizza with a Cop in the Muck.
Those staying in Vermilion over the summer could experience concerts and other activities. Coyote News' Jody Ann Tyson is live in the Muck to learn more about Thursdays at the Platts. Jody Ann?
Thanks, Marissa. I'm here with Alyssa Walker from Vermilion Next. Alyssa, what is Thursday on the Platts?
Thursdays on the Platts is an opportunity for the community to come down to the Platts, listen to music, have beverages, kind of conversate with local community members.
And how long has this event been occurring?
This event's been going on for about 10 years. The chamber is by community members. About a couple years ago, the chamber took over, so now it's a chamber event.
And what preparations go into making events like this one a success?
Behind the scenes, there's sponsors for the event, and along with setting up vendors for beer, food, and preparing for bands. Also, we have vendors and sponsors that will come set up tents for the event.
And who can attend this event?
Anyone can attend this event. It's open to the community, USD, community members, businesses.
And there might be students and staff watching and they might be interested in attending, but they're not necessarily sure. So what's something exciting that will be taking place at this event?
So there's different bands each week, which is exciting. Different events will have different vendors there setting up, just talking about like businesses, talking about what they do, community support businesses too, like the Boys and Girls Club, for example, will be there sponsoring, and then they have their raffle event. And then there's always great food from local vendors, and then there's we've been working on getting local breweries down too, so we'll have beer options.
Okay, thanks so much, Alyssa. For Coyote News, I'm Jody Tyson.
Thanks, Jody Ann. Thursdays at the Platts starts July 11th. From sporting events to community outreach and campus engagement, the USD Spirit teams bring a unique blend of skill and school spirit to every performance. Dance and cheer team members also serve as university ambassadors. Dance team captain Victoria Brixner says these athletes make a year-round commitment to motivating sports teams and entertaining audiences.
You can find the US Dance team at volleyball, basketball, and football games. We also do community events throughout our season, especially during our fall season, and we also compete at UDA Nationals in Orlando, Florida.
The team's already preparing for the fall semester with the goal of furthering school spirit in the campus community.
Earth Day is on Monday, and the Vermilion community has many events to celebrate the holiday. This includes an Earth Day fair and clothes swap on Friday in the Muck, Sidewalk Art Community Paint Day in Prentice Park, and the showing of the film Common Ground Monday night at the Coyote Twin Theater. For a look at all of the Earth Day events being held throughout the next few weeks, you can head to greeningvermilion.org. After the break, we'll look at Spectrum's second annual gala. You're watching Coyote News.
Hey. Can I talk to you about something?
Of course. Is everything okay?
No. Something really bad happened to me.
Why did you go there alone? How much were you drinking? Are you sure you weren't encouraging it? I am so sorry that happened to you. It is not your fault. It took so much courage for you to tell me that, and I'll be here for you in any way that you need.
This is Coyote News.
There are many Greek fundraisers going on throughout the rest of the semester. The 17th annual Pikes in the Park is happening right now. Hosted by Pi Kappa Alpha, all funds raised will go to the Sanford Children's Hospital in Sioux Falls. Hex Barbecue will be served, and students can participate in a cornhole tournament. The event's going on right now in Prentice Park and ends at 7. Then, tomorrow, Kappa Alpha Theta is hosting their annual fundraiser, Cheesing for Children. The event features a buffet setup with cheese and various items to dip in it. Money raised will support CASA, the court-appointed special advocates organization. Cheesing for Children takes place tomorrow night at 5 at Trinity Lutheran Church. And Dunk Adele, another Greek fundraiser happening next week. This fundraiser supports the Avera Children's Hospital in Sioux Falls. It takes place at the Delta Tau Delta House next Thursday, April 25th, starting at 5. While there is an admissions cost, attendees can also enter the event with a donation of a regular-sized teddy bear. The bears will be given to kids and families staying at the hospital.
Earlier this week, UST's Spectrum hosted their second annual gala. The gala is the organization's end-of-the-year celebration. It featured a photo booth, a fashion show, and karaoke. Spectrum President Phoebe Smith says the gala is a community-building event. They wanted to have a night where they could be themselves and express their identities through fashion, music, and dancing. Spectrum's annual spring drag show is next Wednesday night at 7 in the Muck Ballroom. Tickets can be purchased at the door. Nearly 1,400 freshmen started their college career at USD in the fall, up 3% from previous years. Coyote News' Jody Ann Tyson is back in the Muck to ask a couple of first-year students about their time on campus so far. Jody Ann.
Thanks, Sydney. I'm here with AJ Jensen and Ella Bridges, USD first-year students. Now, Ella, having almost completed your first year, how would you describe your college experience?
Overall, it's been really great. I've loved the sense of independence that I've had, and I've met so many amazing people.
AJ?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. It's definitely not what I was expecting. I had a little bit of trouble making friends, but overall, it's been a really good experience.
And as college students, having a good work-life balance is very important. So how do you manage your time?
I try to manage it well. I have a job that's only a couple times a week. My roommate really holds me accountable getting schoolwork done.
I'm on work study, and that's like my only job, so I don't have like an actual job to do, but like with homework, I usually put it off to the last minute, honestly.
And what's one very funny or exciting experience that you've had as a first-year student?
I absolutely love driving with the windows down and blaring music with my roommate. It's just so fun.
When the sound of USD went to Mardi Gras.
And what would you say to any prospective college students who will be starting their first year, but they are probably apprehensive about that?
Being nervous is definitely okay. Like it's all good. I would say try those new experiences because you never know who you're gonna meet.
I'd say the same thing. Get yourself out there. Don't be afraid to go talk to people and meet friends.
Thanks so much, AJ. Thanks so much, Ella. For Coyote News, I'm Jody and Tyson.
Thanks, Jody Ann. Most first and second year students are required to live on campus in order to take full advantage of the Coyote campus experience.
The USD Theater Department is hosting their final show of the semester, Bat Boy. The musical follows a half boy, half bat creature on a journey to becoming human. Bat Boy starts tomorrow night and runs through Saturday at 7:30. Then there's a performance on Sunday at 2 in the Knutson Theater. Tickets are free for students.
USD Opera is presenting a world premiere titled Notes on Viardot. Commissioned for composer Michael Ching, the show's based on the life of opera diva Pauline Viardot, taking a behind-the-scenes look at her professional and personal life. The opera takes place next Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. Tickets are free for current USD students. The opera will be available to other universities, opera companies, and audiences worldwide upon its publication. Next on Coyote Sports, the women's tennis team downs North Dakota in the regular season finale.
And the softball team picks up a win against Omaha.
In a world where embracing your identity is a privilege not usually given to the members of the LGBTQIA+ community,
the University of South Dakota Spectrum provides community and education for young queer scholars.
Sexuality and identity are defined on spectrums.
And having a community of open-minded, inclusive peers provides safety. Spectrum is one reason all Coyotes can call the University of South Dakota their home.
This is Coyote News.
The women's 4x100 meter relay broke a school record. This is Coyote Sports. I'm Spencer Bewley.
And I'm Madeline Canal. The Coyotes athletic department has undergone a substantial number of changes. Coyote News' Trevin Ricklick has more on why this is happening.
The Paul J. Lewis and Linda Lewis athletic offices look a lot different since John Schemmel took over as athletic director. So far, 13 total changes have been announced in the athletic department. This consists of 3 new hires and 10 total promotions, such as Jaron Duffy and Caleb Christensen. Duffy was promoted to Associate Athletic Director for Fan Engagement.
I'm overseeing the marketing, ticketing, and videos departments, which is kind of a carryover from my previous role. What's new in this role? I'll also be overseeing our Learfield arm, Coyote Sports Properties, who manages all of our sponsorship and media rights inventory.
Duffy will oversee the communications department as a part of his promotion. Christensen was promoted to the Director of Video Production and Creative Content.
Hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more of the creative content things while we have, more people and staff to help out with the certain things. So I'll be just doing more the creative content side of things, which has been a carryover the last 3 years that I've been in this role, but it'll be heightened.
Christensen will be producing much of the athletic content for USD. It's usual to see many changes when a new athletic director comes in. This is because they have a plan in place for the future of the school.
Corey Jenkins, the deputy AD, and him and our athletic director, John Schemmel, have a vision for what they see the university, the athletic department looking like 5, 10, 15 years down the road. And it's really exciting to hear that strategy and the direction we're headed.
While Schemmel's plan carries out, changes are sure to come in the Coyote Athletic Department. Reporting for Coyote News, I'm Trevor Ricklick.
The athletic department's still looking for an assistant athletic director of communications, a position that's been open for 2 months.
The women's tennis team will head to the Summit League Championships after playing North Dakota. At Friday's match, South Dakota won both the #1 doubles match and #3 doubles match 6-2. The #2 doubles match with Grace Chaddick and Anna Medvedeva went unfinished. If they had won the match, the two would have broken the record for single-season doubles victories. The Coyotes won 5 of the 6 singles matches, which secured the win against the Fighting Hawks 6-1. South Dakota will compete against North Dakota again in the semifinals Friday at noon.
Aaron Kinney, JC Pols, Avery Schmeichel, and Sarah Reifenrath broke a record school in the South Dakota Challenge this weekend. They clocked a time of 44.39 seconds in the women's 4x100 meter relay. This time ranks 23rd in the NCAA. Bennett Schwinn won men's long jump with 7.65 meters, a half-inch shy of his personal best. Schmeichel also won with a personal best of 13.68 seconds in the 100-meter hurdles. This time ranks her the second in the Summit League. Marshall Farrow vaulted a season best height of 5.4 meters, mowing to 10th in the nation. The track and field teams will compete next at the Mount Summit Sac Relays in California. The softball team will compete against St. Thomas after playing UNO this past weekend. USD dropped it 3-0 in a Game 1 against Omaha. Pitcher McKenna Young recorded her 50th strikeout of the season in the 7th inning. In Game 2, Omaha took a lead of 2 runs, causing South Dakota to respond with a run in the bottom of the first. The Mavericks then extended their lead by 2 more runs. In the 6th inning, Clara Edwards doubled to bring in Delaney White. It wouldn't be enough as USD loses 5-2. In Game 3, the Coyotes scored 5 runs right away in the first inning. Omaha would score in the 3rd, but South Dakota won the game 5-1. The Coyotes will play against the Tommies at noon on Saturday.
The women's rugby team is heading to nationals. Coyote News' Alex Kleinschmidt is live in the muck with a rugby player who's traveling to the tournament. Alex?
Thank you, Spencer. I'm here with Club Rugby Vice President Britt Ingram. So how does it feel to have a team that you've been eligible for nationals multiple years in a row?
It's a really good feeling. We work hard to make qualifying tournaments, so it's a really good feeling.
What do you think has been the key to your team's success this year?
We have a really good group of ladies that we started off with, and so recruiting and stuff, and just kind of keeps people interested and just playing hard.
And how is your team qualifying for nationals different from a D1 varsity team qualifying for their nationals?
For our conference, which is small colleges, we don't have a lot of people in our conference like Prairie States, so we don't have a lot of competitions, I would say. So it looks a lot different.
So how is the trip being funded? Is it personally, or can you receive outside support?
We are receiving outside support as well as funding from the school, and we do like our own fundraisers, like 50-50 raffle, and then right now we have a GoFundMe going on.
And where's that GoFundMe available?
You can find it on our the Facebook page, USC Women's Rugby, or our Instagram.
And how has the team been mentally and physically preparing for this tournament?
I think we've been doing really well. We only have practices twice a week, but we've been doing like different tournaments in different areas to kind of just like get a feel of like different playing levels and stuff.
Thank you so much. Live in the muck for Coyote Sports, I'm Alex Kleinschmidt.
Thanks, Alex. The National Women's Sevens Tournament will take place on the 28th and 29th.
The Charlies, an annual award ceremony that honors student-athlete achievements. On Sunday, Brock Mogensen and Madison Harms were named the Student Athletes of the Year. Mogensen's award was named after Dr. John Van Wy, the university's former physical education department chair in the 1950s. Harms Award is named after Katie Tobin. She was one of the first female track and field athletes to compete for USD. Also recognized was the women's cross-country team for Outstanding Team of the Year and Bob Nielsen for Coach of the Year.
The cheer team is holding tryouts for their 2024 to 2025 season on April 26th through the 28th. Day one of tryouts will be the clinic portion, where participants will work on the fight song, rallying, tumbling, and stunts. The physical tryout portion will take place on the second day. Judges will score based on their skills, such as tumbling and stunning. The last day will be the interview portion, and the team will be announced once all interviews have concluded. Those interested in trying out for the cheer team can find the link on their Instagram page. Coyote football will be back in the Dakota Dome for their spring game at 1 o'clock on Saturday. The event will include a meet and greet with the coaching staff and free food and drinks for all season ticket holders who have renewed or purchased their tickets for the 2024 season. Admission is free and open to the public. That's it for Coyote Sports.
When we come back, we will ask students about rules that are meant to be broken. Stay with us.
This is Coyote News.
A 3-story go-kart track is revving up to open in Michigan. The track, located at C.J. Barrymore's in Clinton Township, stands 30 feet tall and is over 1,500 feet long. Construction for the project started in September when crews began renovating an old track that was built in the 1980s. The grand opening for the $3 million track will take place May 3rd. Tomorrow is International Jugglers Day. To celebrate, we asked our ex-followers if they know how to juggle. Well, do you know how to juggle?
I remember learning in elementary school, we had like scarves that we used.
Oh, I think I did that too.
Okay then, not okay now.
I was never okay, so you're good. But these things tend to surprise me, so let's see. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised today, so.
Yeah. Shout out to those 7% of people that know how to.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
Follow our X page at USD Coyote News to take part in more of our polls. Many people enjoy doing things that they probably shouldn't be doing.
In this week's Out and About, we asked students what rules they think are meant to be broken.
Here's what they had to say.
Either the drinking age or the speed limit, easily.
Maybe like traffic laws, like stopping at a stoplight, like a stop sign. I'm always late to places, so that can be kind of helpful.
Identity, though, would have to be mine. Like, I could be Steve Jobs.
Rules that, like, you break in hopes of achieving something good for someone else.
Probably rules are meant to be broken in order to protect someone.
I think like unjust rules, like rules that are unfair.
I'm gonna go with robbery.
Okay, if you're on a diet and you have all of these rules that you're like trying to follow, you like have to break a rule and eat chocolate.
Texting and driving.
Showering with the curtain closed.
If there's a rule that's made, but it puts someone in harm, then I think it's meant to be broken.
The ones that haven't been broken yet.
Well, I'm not a rule breaker, so...
That's what they all say, Sydney.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if I lived in Arizona, I would be a rule breaker because I just read online that you can't put your donkey in a bathtub. And if that's true, that's unbelievable.
Do you have a
I'm
donkey?
breaking that rule. No, but if I lived in Arizona, I might.
okay.
You never know.
There you go.
I just think that's ridiculous.
The more you know.
Well, that's all for Coyote News. Pick up the Volant's issue for a look at how graduation affects more than just students.
Listen to 91.1 for news updates throughout the week and for coverage of your USD sports.
Don't forget to follow our social media pages for our daily updates and the weekly poll.
Next week's show is the Red Report. Remember, it's not news, it's the Red Report. And if you think you've got what it takes to sit at the anchor desk, auditions for Coyote News are on Monday, April 29th from 11 to 3 in the Al Newharth Media Center, room 219. No experience is required. Have a great night.